guys, my name is Sydney, and if you're new here, I'm a nursing student who just got into nursing school. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I took the ATIT's test pretty recently, and I've made some videos. My first one pretty much just a broad overview of how that test went for me and what I did to study. I did score in the 98th percentile, and then my next video was going over an in-depth review of one of the products I used, and today I'm going to go over SmartEdition. I love this company and it was so helpful in taking this test. So I don't have the book to show anymore, but in my first video I showed the SmartEdition full study guide. I talked about why I really liked this book, what other books I used, etc. So you can refer back to that video, I'll link it below. But in that video I did talk about that book, which also came with online resources. So today I'm going to talk about the online resources that they have. They are so phenomenal, so helpful, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what that looked like. Again, so kind of like the last video, if you guys have heard about SmartEdition and you're on the fence about purchasing, you can see what the courses look like, what you'll get out of it, and then also if you've never heard of it, you might get introduced to something that could be really helpful. So I just, again, these are tools that helped me a lot and how I utilized them. So I know, there's so many products out there that you can spend your money on. Personally, I did buy quite a few because I was just so nervous and I really wanted to invest in myself for this opportunity as nursing school has gotten so competitive. But if you guys have any other questions that I don't go over in this video, please leave them below. I'll be happy to answer. But we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you guys what SmartEdition's comprehensive online review looks like. Okay guys, so I just typed in SmartEdition Academy and got onto the website. So here you go. We have some different options here depending on the test you're looking to take. It's already logged into my account. So if you don't have an account yet, it's going to give you like this. You're going to get an overview of all the site has to offer, and then you'll have in order to buy it if you're interested. You can try it for 3 days. If you don't feel like it's the best, they can give you your money back. So I really love this. So like I told you guys in the other video, I had the book and the online course. So when I click on my courses, there's actually 2 things there. So 21 lessons here with the online resources from the book that I purchased. It's basically just a little diagnostic test and then some practice tests and a few practice questions for each topic, plus some flashcards. So if you purchase their full study guide, this comes with it. It is not as comprehensive as their full guide, so that's what I'm really going to get in depth with, but that was a great resource as well. So here are the ATIT's full online course. This is such a wonderful thing. Here's what it includes: 26 lessons, 54 topics, and 47 test sections. So for someone who is looking to really learn material, if you are really going to put in the time to studying, this is such a great resource. You can look at all of these course details. You can just continue the course, or let's say you're struggling with something, let's say math, measurement and data, you're having a hard time. Well, what about that? Is it circles? Is it interpreting graphs? Anything like that. It's really customizable to what you're looking for. So let's say you're having trouble with circles. Well, once you click on this, you're going to get a full lesson. So you can take notes on this, which is really great. There's examples for you to look at, and then there's even questions along the way in the lessons. So this will just make sure that you are, engaged and paying attention. And then at the end, there is a whole video review. So this is truly very comprehensive. I talked about Nurse Hub, and that was great for doing practice problems. This is great if you were looking for something deeper than just practice problems. So again, you guys have to figure out what works best for you and what you're really looking to get out of these study resources that you're purchasing. But this is something that you can utilize in many, many ways. So just going back to the full online course, on top of all of the lessons and modules they also at the end have 5 full-length practice tests. It's going to be very similar. They have the timer so you can time yourself. They have questions that are set up very similarly, but when you look at this first practice test 1, you'll see diagnostic. So a super great way to utilize this source is to first things first, take this practice test number 1, sit down and really figure out what topics you are struggling with. So at the very end, you'll be able to see a full score report, and it'll tell you exactly what percentage of questions were from what topics that you missed. And that is a great way to base your studying. I know so many people are just overwhelmed from the get-go of studying, and this kind of can give you a study schedule, if you will. So again, you get full-length practice tests, you get modules, every single one, just like the math. For human anatomy, for example, you get 6 different lessons. So maybe you're really struggling with the cardiovascular system. We'll go ahead and click on there and look at all of these notes that you can take. They pretty much have condensed the most important topics for you. They give you questions along the way, little special things to keep in mind, this, that, and the other. And then on top of that, they also provide flashcards, which is so great. So if you want some English flashcards, you can just use them on the computer like this. If you want to print them out, you can as well. So again, I just think these are so nice. I think it's really convenient. And then the only other thing I wanted to show is that it still has some rationales in this. Say you're doing the nervous system and you're getting things wrong, so you can go ahead and read up on the topic. You can take notes, and then let's just say, just use the wrong answer here and say the lung. Well, that's going to tell you that it's incorrect. It's going to go over the correct answer, and then it's going to ask you another question. So just go ahead there and do the right answer, and it still gives you a little brief overview when you get it correct. And then at the very end of each module topic, there is like a full, not a full practice test, but more comprehensive on the topics you just went over. So for this topic, there's 6 just comprehensive questions at the end, and let's just say, we're not going to get these right, but let's just go ahead and look at the overview afterwards. So I'm just going to click some random answers. But once you finish your test section, here are the results it's going to give you. So it shows you that you got 0% of the endocrine system right, 0% of the lymphatic, and 50% of the nervous system questions right. 1 out of 6 points, it gives you your percentage. So you can also then view the questions. And here again, if you look at the ones you got wrong, it's going to give you a rationale. And even more importantly than the rationale, it gives you an idea. If this was my serious answers and I realized that I got 0% right on the endocrine system, I'm going to go back to the lesson for endocrine and retouch up and watch videos and do what I need to do to better my understanding. So I hope that seeing that source and seeing what the foundation and platform of it is was helpful to you. I hope that that has given you an idea of how to study. Like I've said in all my videos, I would do practice questions, and really zone into what I was doing wrong. So when I was getting however many percent, 70, 80% on a certain topic, no matter it was math, reading, or anatomy, I would then do the modules on SmartEdition, and if I still couldn't get it, I would watch other YouTube videos, take more notes, etc. This is a pretty hefty test, and there are so many resources out there, so you really have to, like I said, I used quite a few different resources, and for me it was really just about figuring out how to use the resources, and I think I kind of figured that out pretty early on. So like I said, just really using it to your advantage, really using it to figure out what you're doing wrong, what your weaknesses are. This is a great way to do it with the comprehensive score reports. You will know exactly what you are struggling on, and you will have the modules to relearn things. You'll have the interactive questions along the way, and you'll have flashcards. So this, I definitely would say this is so comprehensive. It has a lot to it. I know not everyone wants to purchase a bunch of different things, but they do have their 3-day money-back guarantee. You can also always purchase the book and then use those online materials. And if you still want some more, I believe once you have that, you can upgrade it for about $10 for the online portion. So I'm going to link their website below. You can go on there and look through all the resources they have. Again, this company made it very simple for me, very easy to follow along. The videos are great, the questions are great, and the more questions you do, the more you can kind of, train your brain for all those questions that you're going to see on test day. And then again, you can really make a study schedule fit for you. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and check out the description box for the link to head on over to this website, where you can find all of their resources. Good luck studying.